Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to Concanto 23 YouTube channel, where today we bring you an insightful discussion, sorry for that, between your financial coach, and my fellow financial coach, Anthony. So join us as we delve into the world of finances, relationship, exploring how understanding and embracing different money perspectives has led to financial harmony. And guess what? Today I'm going to tell you all a story. And the story is about a young man called Otieno. So I'm going to read to you the story of this young man called Otieno. And once upon a time, in a small village in Kenya, there lived a young man named Otieno. Otieno was known for his exceptional intelligence. His IQ was off the charts, and he stood out as the brightest mind in his community. However, despite his intellectual prowess, Otieno often found himself struggling in various aspects of life, particularly in personal finance, like we all do. He constantly made impulsive buying decisions, accumulating unnecessary debt in the process. So Otieno's lack of emotional intelligence had become a barrier to his financial success. So one day, Otieno attended a financial literacy workshop where he learned about the importance of emotional intelligence. Curiosity piqued. He delved deeper into understanding how emotional intelligence could positively impact his financial well-being. So as he embarked on his journey to develop his emotional intelligence, Otieno discovered the transformative power of self-awareness. He began to recognize his emotions and understand how they influenced his financial decisions. So by being aware of his impulsive tendencies, Otieno could now take a step back and evaluate the long-term consequences of his actions. With heightened self-awareness, Otieno also started to regulate his emotions rather than making spur of the moment purchases. He learned to control his urges and to stick to a budget. Otieno also realized that emotional intelligence enabled him to make rational decisions that aligned with his financial goals and aspirations. Emotional intelligence not only transformed his relationship with money, but also his relationship with others. As he developed empathy, Otieno could now understand and connect with the emotions and financial concerns of his family and friends. He became a trusted confidant to those seeking advice, fostering healthier financial discussions and collaborations. Furthermore, his newfound emotional intelligence propelled him into leadership roles within his community. So by understanding and attending the emotional needs of his fellow villagers, Otieno became a motivational force in the realm of personal finance. He inspired others to manage their emotions effectively, make better financial decisions, and work together towards financial stability. So as his emotional intelligence grew, so did his resilience. He learned to view financial setbacks as learning opportunities rather than permanent failures. So Otieno's ability to stay calm and adapt to changing economic circumstances allowed him to bounce back from financial challenges stronger than before. So in the end, this story beautifully exemplifies why emotional intelligence outweighs intelligence quotient in the realm of personal finance. It's not solely about intellectual brilliance when it comes to handling money wisely, but developing emotional intelligence empowers individuals like Otieno to make informed decisions, build stronger relationships, inspire others, and overcome obstacles. So Otieno's transformation serves as a powerful reminder that intelligence goes beyond IQ. Through emotional intelligence, individuals can achieve true financial success while maintaining mental and emotional well-being. So this is a lesson that Otieno carried with him throughout his life, becoming a testament to the tremendous impact of emotional intelligence in finance, in personal finance and beyond. So let's dive deep into this discussion. What do you think about Otieno or this story, Anthony?
From the story, I can learn about emotional intelligence and IQ and how it is different and how emotional intelligence can help a person in managing their finances very well and also creating that social atmosphere in the community and helping and uplifting other people in the community. As Mr. Otieno did well, he struggled at first, but from the story, I see that there was that development. So that means there's it developed in his mindset about money and his mindset about how he can bring his family, his community also to be successful.
Wow, that is beautiful. So this story was such an example of how someone with IQ can struggle with financial decision making. This is because of lack of emotional intelligence, just like Otieno's impulsive purchases and unnecessary debts. It clearly showed that we need to be emotionally aware and self-regulated in our personal finances. Do you agree to that?
Yeah, that's true, Luisa. Yeah, when you read the story of Otieno, you'll understand that even people with intelligent quotient, with a very higher IQ, they struggle also when it comes in terms of their personal finances. So it is fascinating how Otieno's journey to develop his emotional intelligence transformed not only his relationship with money, but also his relationship with others. So his ability to emphasize and understand the emotions and financial concern of his family and friends was crucial in fostering healthier financial discussion and collaboration.
That's absolutely right. So you find that emotional intelligence allows individuals to build bridges and communicate effectively with others in their financial matters. And allow me to say this, communication is key in this life, whether in a relationship, whether in finances, whether in friendships, or whether with our sisters or families, relationships, or whatever. Communication is key, just like communication is key in those areas. It's also key in our finances, because you find that most of us don't communicate clearly. You come and maybe I come to you and I tell you, hey, Anthony, could you please give me 1,000 bob? You see? So in the back of your mind, you know that you're giving me and I will give it back. You see? Then when you come to ask me, I'm like, oh, I thought that you had given me. And you tell me, oh, I had lent you that money. You see? So why don't we just come? If you want someone to lend you money, communicate clearly. If you want them to give you just as help or support, you also have to communicate. Because if you don't do clear communication, you find that a lot of people are conflicted because of money. Doesn't matter how small the money is, you just find yourself at loggerheads with your friends, with everybody, even with banks. And that's why you find that we are blacklisted, because money is conflict. It brings about conflict. And if you don't communicate clearly, if I don't come to you and communicate clearly, definitely you will not trust me. You see? So next time I want you to help me, I need your help. You won't be in a position to help me. You won't be in a position to support me because I did not communicate very clearly with you, whether I needed your help or I needed a loan. You see, we can get loans from our friends, from our relatives, and so on. And so we have to just learn how to communicate, because when we communicate clearly, it creates an environment of trust and cooperation, which are essential elements of successful money management. So without emotional intelligence, even the most intelligent individuals are prone to making rash decisions that could hinder their financial well-being. What does this mean? How do we rush to make these decisions? The moment I come to you and I request for a loan, you will give me at first with a good open heart. Wait until next time when you want to ask for that money and I hesitate. You will jump into conclusion that she does not want to give me back the money, or she conned me, and you will say, now from today, one of the rational decision people make, you will say that from today, I don't think she can be my friend. I'll talk to her. That is one decision we make as humans. We are all human. So yeah, that's one thing I think. So communicate clearly. You have to communicate clearly. Anthony?
Yeah, what you're talking about, yeah, when we lack emotional intelligence, sometimes we rush into the decision that could hinder our financial well-being. Like, for example, you have assume that you won a lottery and or a mega lottery, and then you have a lot of money at once. Then you rush into a decision because what came to your mind first? You want to buy 3 Lamborghini, you want to go into a vacation in one of expensive hotel, and you rush into decision that at the end it will hinder your personal finances. So what you're talking about is true when you talk even about communication. Communication also is important because when you have those small group of people that you have surrounding you in your circle, if you communicate with them clearly and give, like, for example, if you're seeking a personal finance coaching services, then if the way you communicate is how you're going to be helped. So emotional intelligence also, it will play that significant role in leadership. When it comes to personal finances, as you can look at Mr. Otieno's journey, it demonstrates that a leader with a high emotional intelligence can motivate and inspire others to make better financial decisions. And that's why after Mr. Otieno had passed through a lot for his growing up to having that self-development, he went back to the community and he started helping the community also to have emotional intelligence in terms of doing anything that they do to help them in their personal finances. So by understanding and attending to the emotional needs of others, he became a source of guidance and support, leading his community towards financial stability. And with that, he was able to remove his community from poverty into having something that can help them. Maybe they were unable to take their kids to school. Now they were able to take their kids to school because now they could save money. Lisa.
Wow. Yeah, just allow me to say this because it has just crossed my mind. I was thinking of people in a chama, and you find people who are not emotionally intelligent when it comes to finances. And then you find that you have this group or this type of people in your group. You find that people end up conflicting because they're the same people who want to get money fast, but when it comes to other people, they have so many excuses because they have overspent their money. They don't have now money to to give in their chama groups. And you find that a lot of people end up in conflict because of such things. But once everybody is emotionally intelligent about their finances and they're disciplined, then everything flows. Let me just add the word maturity. Maturity. So another important aspect of emotional intelligence in personal finance is resilience. Otieno learned to view financial setbacks as a learning opportunity and remained calm in challenging situations. So this enabled him to adapt and find alternative solutions to his financial problems, ultimately increasing his chances of long-term financial success. So what does this mean? You find that some people, when it comes to finances and they face financial challenges, you find that they just end up getting themselves into very much debts, unwanted debts. You find them taking loans left, right, and center, and still becomes a challenge for them to pay it off. So once, as an individual, just like Otieno learned how to handle his financial setbacks as learning opportunities, you find that he learns. How does he learn? He comes up with a budget, he plans himself, he avoids unnecessary debt because maybe he has to cut down on some stuff or his cost of living or adjust to it. And you find that you can just remain calm in that situation, in that time. And this enables us to find solutions to our problems. So unless you have something else to add on that.
Yeah, what you're talking about, Lisa, is true. When you talk about resilience, it's a vital in personal finances because, like setbacks are inevitable. We cannot avoid setbacks in our lifetime. So when we have emotional intelligence, it will help us to, as an individual, to bounce back from failure.
Mhm.
And then we
True.
can be able also to handle stress and keep a positive mindset. You will understand that we have a lot of challenges, especially when you're an entrepreneur. I know you, Lisa, you're an entrepreneur, and you understand sometimes you will have put money in something and then at the end you don't get anything, you don't get any profit on it. But if you have a positive mindset and you know how to get rid of financial stress, then you'll understand that you will get back the strength if you are resilient. And this will help you to overcome obstacle on your financial journey. And that's exactly what happened with Otieno. From the story, we realized that he had some few failure in his journey of personal finance. But when he started knowing the importance of having also emotional intelligence, so we realized that he was able to walk through the financial journey successful. And that's why he could try to educate his community about issues to do with personal finances. And if you have the failure, then you should have a positive mindset. And with that, I believe that all of them, they had that strength to overcome the obstacle on their financial journey. Lisa?
Wow, that's true. So overall, you find that this story about Otieno, it beautifully highlights how emotional intelligence complements intelligence quotient, which means IQ in personal finance. While you find that IQ helps with cognitive abilities and problem solving, emotional intelligence just enhances decision making, builds strong relationships, and motivates others and fosters resilience in the face of financial challenges. Let me just add this point when it comes to emotional intelligence. You find that emotion, you have to, maybe when you want to get money from someone and you're not emotionally intelligent. I'm just viewing it from a different perspective. And you ask someone for money, and they give you, and maybe you asked for a loan, and they give you. Now you start playing mind games on how, when they want their money back, and then you don't realize that you're hurting this other person's emotions. So if you're not so emotionally intelligent, you can't put yourself in their shoe and just think of it as vice versa. What if I was the one going through that? You see, that is just something that we all have to use our common sense. Just put yourself in the shoe of the other person. So just that. Maybe you have something to add on that.
Yeah, what you're talking about is true, and
Yeah.
because it's crucial for all individuals to recognize the significance of emotional intelligence. So, especially in our personal finances. So, when you do this, we're going to develop emotional awareness, and also it will help you to regulate your emotion.
Mhm.
And with all that, it's going to help you to have the sense of emphasizing the same thing to others. And with that, what happened? You're going to make them to have an informed mind, whereby they will have a rational financial decision that will align to their long-term goal. And that is why it's important to tell people also to develop their emotional intelligence, because with that, it's going to help them to have developed that awareness, and they can regulate their emotions. So many people suffer through something called personal finance stress. I remember it's one of the topics that we handled one day. And
Yeah.
with that, it affects mostly people who lack also emotional intelligence. And Lisa, can you proceed?
Wow. I like the way you are explaining, because everything you're saying is absolutely true. Because wow, I just like the way you are saying it. So as we conclude, let us remember that this story of Otieno, let us just keep it in mind, and let the story help us strive to elevate our emotional intelligence along with our intellectual capabilities. So by doing so, we can ensure a harmonious and successful journey towards our financial being. So with that, I just want to say thank you for everybody who has participated. If you have anything that you want to add, you have a comment, just go and comment on below this video. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, concanto.com@23. And let me just make this announcement. Let me remind you that on 30th, we have a guest speaker on our webinar, Sheila Mboga, who will be talking about financial goals. Let's just get this knowledge, because we want to improve our emotional intelligence. So feel free to join, because it's a free webinar, and you can grasp some knowledge, you can get some knowledge, and you can change your financial life. And I'll keep reminding you, you either want to age better or you want to age happier. The choices are always yours. We all have choices to make in our lives. So also, let me say this: you can follow us on Instagram at Concanto23, and you can like our posts, where we encourage you with some of those posts. And then don't forget to grab a copy of the book written by Anthony Odhiambo, a very good book, and it's so knowledgeable. My pocket friend abroad. For those of you who are abroad and you're making very poor financial decisions, this is the time for you. You better grab your copy, and you'll see a change in your finances, in your life, and you'll be a happy person. Also, there's this book that will be out soon, The Power of Money Mindset. So once it will be out, we will just inform you about it. And once again, I just want to say thank you, and God bless you all. Until next time. Thank you. Anthony, maybe you have something you want to say?
I appreciate everyone who has joined in our conversation. I know our conversation today, it was psychological. Maybe it was a bit difficult to understand about those terminology, about EI and IQ, which is a very important thing also to understand. You can go and Google so that you understand that we are supposed also to have emotional intelligence and cultivate on it. And with that, it's going to help us in terms of managing our personal finances. And as Luisa said, I was talking to one of my friends about things that we were supposed to be taught when we are young and also need to teach our children. And one of the things that are basic that we need to learn is personal finance. Yeah, she was telling me it's personal finance, coding, self-defense, finance, and so many other things which are basic that you need. Cooking, you realize that many people cannot do some basic things, repairing your house or repairing anything by yourself. Those are basic things that we need to learn. You understand that even if you get that PhD
or just giving or just giving your kid an extra skill, maybe in something they love, maybe it's athletic, singing.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, so all those things are very important. I'm seeing the time is rushing. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, as Luisa said, and God will bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.